Hi there, this is Jesus and Tiffany, and I'm glad you're all here today. I'm going to try something. It's what I've learned as I transitioned. And mainly it's my makeup, and today I'm just going to do eyes, and going to have to take these off. The one thing I got these spots here, and I found Outlast by CoverGirl works for me, and that will conceal those. And what I've learned is that you don't take much for this. I'm gonna put it right in here and blend it on down. And you want to make sure you blend this, and you only need, see if I can see it, just that little bit. Doesn't look like much, but it works. I'm going to put it underneath the eyelash. I'm working underneath here. I try to get as close to the, my word, I got that? No. Until I haven't done this before, at least on camera. And you blend it in. Because if you don't blend it in, it makes it look like, instead of red under your eyes, you got a big white spot. And that doesn't look so good. You blend it in more there. But you can see the difference. But it only takes a very little. This will last you several months. But it's worth it to conceal places. Other women I know have a stick concealer, but for what I want, this works really good. It blends that in. And then the next thing I want to show you is eye primer. This is Ulta. It cost me $12. And I had one from Mary Kay. It was a little different. It was a white. This is sort of a nude color. It says here, matte. That's all it says. Doesn't have a color on there. But anyway, this can come in different colors. I had one that was champagne, and another one that was blush. But this, you only lose very little, and it lasts a long time. And this comes out as paste, and that's what I use. That's all. And I'll start right here in the crease. And the good thing about this is, like, I've noticed that when I make my shadow, after about 3 hours, it seems like it starts getting in my eye, and my eye feels dry. This keeps things on your eyes. I've worn makeup for 8 hours or more and haven't had any problems. But I start in the crease, work it down, and go over. And I'm not going to be doing my eyebrows today because I am crummy at eyebrows. It takes me a long time to get them looking right. I wish you could see it better, but that's on there. You get the other one. You just blend that in. and get it all covered where you're going to be putting your eyeshadow. And that's it. Next is eyeliner. Eyeliner. My golly. Show you this way. You can probably read it. Anyway, you can get this in liquid with a small brush. You can get this in, you can buy your eyeliner in a little palette, kind of like this big. There. That big a thing. And you can get a brush and you can brush it on. You can get a pencil and draw it in. And I went through the liquid, I went through the pencil, and it didn't work too well. The pencil just kept getting wider as you use it, so I went to this, and this is LA Colors Auto Eyeliner. And it's worked best for me. It works like this. Come on, thing. Where are you? I've lost my thing. Why isn't that taking a picture? Ah, there. Gotta hold it up. Okay, I'm not too professional here. But that, seeing you see it come out as I get up higher. And that's, and I take it out about 1/8 of an inch. And I've seen different ways of putting eyeliner on. I saw one gal, she pushed her, came from the top, pushed down there, and would go right across there. She was very talented, just went one swipe, and she was had it all done. I cannot do that. What I do is I pull back my eye like that. Then I start near the nose. And I try to stay close to the lashes. And I take little strokes. And I sometimes go back and forth. Otherwise I get like a bare spot. I work my way down to the other end of my eye. Thing is, try to get the other one to look the same. But I take it to where it feels like it's all the way to the corner. Got a mess up there. Gotta do this more. I'm not quite where I want to be. There's some bare spot right there. And that's about how mine come out. I'll do the other one. Big problem is I never get them the same way. One always seems to get wider. Not all the time. Sometimes it does. But I just take small strokes, work back and forth, and I work toward the corner of my eye on the other side. It feels like I'm almost to the end there. Go a little more. Oh, that looks terrible. That looks so messed up. And I'm going to town later. And this thing's done here. And that's a little more. So you want to try to get the bare spots. That does not look even at all. Aren't you glad you're watching me make mistakes? You can feel good then. So when you do it, and you mess up, you can be happy, say, look at Tiffany did it. She messes up. I do. Okay. Next thing is eyeshadows. I do have a CoverGirl palette. Let me see if I can get that. My makeup's behind you. Oh, it's down here. I don't have a big enough table. Nope. Just one moment. Whoop. I want these anyway. You probably say, why am I watching this old lady? Well, anyway, that CoverGirl. The words are backwards. Anyway, this is Eye Enhancers. It's eyeshadow. And this is like a dark gray, a light tan, and a silvery white. Then, it's hard for me to find pink eyeshadow. So you go to the blush section and buy this. CoverGirl Instant Cheekbones. You got 3 shades here of pink to use. Then I also have Mary Kay. And this is Cinnabar. And this I use for eyebrows, which I'm not going to do. Then there's this, which is Dusty Rose. I'll show you the color. Looks like that. That's a nice color. I like Dusty Rose. This is Cinnabar. And this is Gold Standard. I use this above. I use this and Dusty Rose sometimes either above my crease or on my whole lid. I like these colors. They work for me. And that's what you got to do is look, find something that works for you. How do you want your eyes to look? Because depending on what you pick, you can either start out looking like a clown, a prostitute. Your eyes can look wow and wow everybody. You can look like a lady, just subtle. And sometimes you look like a disaster, which I felt sometimes when I first came out. I went to the eyeshadow aisle. And I had all these colors before me that were not available to me before I transitioned. And I picked some really loud colors, I guess. Purples, some greens, I guess. I had this one palette that was called Hard Candy. And I like that, except I got to look at myself, and as I thought about what kind of woman I wanted to perceive, I thought, that's a little too much color. So I've gotten this. This is Ulta. This one's Pinup Girl. And that's what it looks like. This one I don't have very much of, so I don't know if it's going to show up, but it's right here. in this edge. And this is Roaring 20s. I like this color, that's why there isn't much in there. Then this one is called Petite. It's a light one. I use that above my eyelid, under my eyebrow. And this one I like to use, it's called Rust. My lid broke off. And it's kind of a red. It is a red. It's not kind of. It's red. And I like that. I like the Ulta colors, and I like the Mary Kay. Boy, they've lasted me. They last me a while, anyway. And today, I just put on, lately I've just been putting on 2 colors. One above my crease and one on the whole eyebrow. And I know what I'll do. I'm going to take the Pinup Girl, put this above my eye here. I'm going to use Dusty Rose. Nope, that's wrong. Dusty Rose. And use Dusty Rose. And I'm going to put that on my eyelid. Then in my crease, not my crease, but way here in the corner, I'm going to put Rustic is what it's called. And I'm going to use that. I'm going to start out with this Pinup Girl, that color. And I only have a few brushes, not the best looking, but they work. And get the dust out of it. I usually have a paper towel here to do that, but this is the brush I'm going to be using. It's just the one I've chosen for doing that part of my eye. I'll start here. I'll go around. Get here. But I'm told that the lighter color, it helps open up your eyes. And so I'm going to do this. This isn't as good as my mirror. Do it this way. But I get to show you. I didn't put foundation on. I just want to show you the eyes I do. The next brush, I have no idea where I got this. I think these other ones I got at Rite Aid, which closed down just recently. And on this one, I got this brush. And I'm going to use that end, which is kind of rounded. And I'm going to get my Dusty Rose. I'm going to start in the crease, go up and around. Definitely the eyeliner was bombed out. Really bombed out. And get that. If you want to see some good makeup videos, go to Steph's Son Johnny. Go to Emily Tessa, Girl Like Me with Cleo. No, that's not right. Not Cleo. No, it is Cleo. And she also has a friend called, her name is Danny. They did some together, and there's lady in England. She was in drag, and when I was looking at her, she still hadn't transitioned, and still in drag, and her name was, I believe, Joseph Hartwell. Awesome video on that one. A lot of makeup, but her eyes turned out fantastic. And now I'm going to take Rustic here and put it right around here just a bit. With this at the other end of that brush. There we go. I'll get this one of these times. This is only my third video, okay? And I hate computers. So this is really something else for me to be doing this. And I just do that much there. Now, the other side. Try to. Okay. There we go. Now what I'm going to do next is blend that a bit. And I use this brush to blend it. I can't remember where I got this. I almost think I got this with some blush one time. But this is real good for blending. And just go like this. Let's blend it in. You see it a little bit dark here, lighter here. And I can see some reflection off of it. But if you want to put reflection on, you get a brush, thin one. This is the only thin one. I cut it. Looks terrible. It pokes me. It's not all that great. I'm going to use this one, Petite, which is a white color. Okay. And if you take this, put a little bit on, and you put it so the bummer. The brush part is going vertical. And just put a little here, put a little here, put a little here, put a little here. And you come out with a highlight. As you open and close that your eye, the highlight gets to looking better, and I'm not seeing where I'm putting things. There. But that puts a little highlight in when you do that. And next I'm going to show you rolling. These three. I have Great Lash, Maybelline. I have Mega Length, Wet n Wild. You can read that, right? You gotta use your imagination because it's backwards. And this one is Mary Kay. And it's called, says Love Lash, but it has a name. But it's a black one. And I like this kind of brush. It's like that. Really short, bristles, not compact. It's good makeup. I like that. But this one also from Wet n Wild has that same kind of brush. And if you take the brush out of Great Lash, stick this brush in here, I think this is a little bit better mascara, but you want to kind of look down and you're doing the top. And you want to be careful because it's very easy to get a black dot somewhere on your face if you aren't paying attention. Just on your nose and right here. Then you say, oh my word. But don't worry. It won't make the world stop. But when you're doing your makeup, don't try to rush. Then when you do the bottom lash, put your head down a bit. And I do back and forth on my bottom lash. Then I will pull it out a bit. Okay? Am I looking better? I hope so. Get this. The eyeliner looks terrible. I will have to admit, my eyeliner looks terrible. And that's something I have to do. I have to get something else out of my makeup kit because I forgot it. White eyeliner. This is just a stick. And I gotta get this in here. Q-tips. They can wipe up messes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the just above the lash. It's got a name. But I'm going to take this, wipe it a bit, get a little moisture out of it. Makes this go on better. We're going to take this, pull that down. And right here. And told this is supposed to open up your eye. So your eyes look better, bigger. Also, we had a gal in my group. She was in drag, and she put this above her eyeliner on her top lid, and when she would move her eyes, it would like flash, like, and so draw your eyes to her face, and it was kind of neat, I thought. If you're like me, you want a gay guy. I need all the help I can get. Okay. You can see it, the white there. It does open up my eye a bit. But that is what my eyes will usually look like. I know, easy there. Anyway, that's how the eyes come out. And when you're looking at your makeup, think, what kind of woman do you want to portray? Because what you put on can, especially for me, I want to attract a guy, but I want the right guy. I don't want a guy who wants me to take me in bed. That doesn't work. I want a guy that wants to marry me. And so I try to go subtle a bit. And I don't too much flashy. I was told that hoops, guys don't like, not say just guys, a sophisticated guy or whatever. Somebody's well off, doesn't really look for a girl with hoops, but unfortunately, I love hoops. So I'm going to wear them because I love them. And, but, just do your best. Take your time. Enjoy yourself. And then, now I want to go to the next part of my talk. I just hit something on my thing. Here, okay, I got that out of the way. Anyway, next thing I want to talk about is my life with Jesus. And as I've gone to different places, especially churches, I get this phrase thrown out at me. You think God made a mistake when he made you? Because I want to be a woman, and they always saw me as a man. That's what some people say to me. And when I say, no, I do not think God made a mistake, it's like they don't hear it at all. It's like they're deaf. And it's frustrating as all get out. And it says God did not make a mistake. He made me this way for a reason, and they just won't listen. And it's frustrating. But, God is creative. And I think he looks at things beyond what we can see. Beyond our comprehension. And I asked God, why am I this way? And he said, I'm this way as a transgender woman so that others can learn to love me like he loves me. But, those people that say, do I they're accusing me of thinking that God made a mistake. Well, I think their God is really little, and he's not very powerful, and he fits into a box that says normal. And my God doesn't fit in the box. My God is big as the universe, even bigger, and he's creative. You think about this. In the winter, the snow falls all over the place. And we were told that every one of those snowflakes is different from any other snowflake that there will be or was. That's creative, especially for something that big. And, God is bigger than we can imagine. He's greater, and God didn't make a mistake. I'm exactly what he wanted to do, because, like I said, he said, I made you this way so that people will love you like I love you. And they have a hard time with that. But, and they say some bad things. But, that's also goes back on me. Am I going to love them like Jesus loves me? And I have to do that. Because that's what he commands. He's gave 2 commands that's really important. One is love God with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind, and all your strength. Then he said, then love your neighbor as yourself. But later in his ministry, he raised the bar on that and said, a new commandment I give unto you, that you love one another as I have loved you. And that sounds something we can't do, I guess. Because, we're dealing with ourselves. But when you got Jesus in your heart, he's there, and he can enable you to do that. But we also, God leaves us with no options. We gotta love. We can't do anything. We can't say, well, I just don't feel like it. No, we can't do that. If we really are committed to God, we need to obey him. And he says love. And he also says to forgive. In what's called the Lord's Prayer, we get to the end, it says, well, in the middle part it says, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those trespass against us. Then at the bottom, after that's all done, Jesus says, if you don't forgive others their trespasses, he won't forgive you. And I don't know what that's like, but that doesn't sound very good. I want to be forgiven by God. So, we got to set aside our will, our feelings, and do what God says. And really put forth the effort. And when you do God's will, that's joy. And I leave you with that. To try to live your life committed to God. Because God loves you a whole lot. And the more closer you get to God, how do I say it? To me, it gets better. The closer I get to God, it gets better because I know that he's got me right here in the palm of his hand. And he's going to protect me. He's watching over me. Yes, bad things will come. But I can turn to him and know that he's going to take care of it. And I can set all my worries, all my anxiety on him. And he can give me his peace and his love. And that's a big thing. When you feel the world stomping you down, knowing that God loves you and loves you just like you are. And that is all I have for today. And I'll see you about the end of the month. Goodbye, and God bless you.